You probably recognize the gentleman next to me, Ronnie Nanos. I've had him on my show before. He's absolutely amazing. And of course, you know what you're watching. I presume you know. I'm Ninon. Vegas Live with Ninon. Hey, Ronnie. Great to have you back.
Hi,
you are
how
looking
are you?
fabulous.
Oh, you look fabulous. I have to comment following the ladies that just commented on it. You do have great legs, by the way. You do.
I'm gonna. Do I need to insure them?
You should insure
I should insure
them.
my legs after all these years.
Absolutely.
Now, why weren't they recognized? 20, 30, 40? Anyway,
It's
Ronnie.
never too late, though.
No, it's never too late. How are you looking marvelous? Where's all the glitter?
No.
He always has so much glitter on.
Today
you're casual.
Today's a little casual.
Little
And
casual.
I really like your new dance.
Do you like this? Isn't this
do.
lovely?
I'm from
I know.
Texas, so of course I love it.
Yeah, I love. But what we're doing, we're going to different restaurants, different places, and we're actually floating around purposely to encourage other restaurants and to give them sort of notability and let people know who they are and what they are. So
What
here
a
we are,
great
Amigos.
idea.
So we're at Amigos right now, and then next week or maybe after Christmas or anyway, we don't know. Whatever, we might be at another place.
It brings in the community.
Well, that's what we're doing.
I love
Since
that.
my show is actually all about helping the entertainment people, helping people know who people are. That's what the premise of our show is: getting people to know who somebody is and what they're trying to do.
That is fantastic. That's
And you are. This gentleman is the #1 top burlesque men. If you haven't heard of burlesque dancers, this is it.
Right? I wouldn't go #1. There's so many great burlesque performers.
Yeah, but no, you're the one. You're on my show, and you're the one.
There you go.
Yeah, your hair.
But actually,
How's
it's going great. I'll actually be performing. I've actually had a little bit of a break, but I'll be performing this Thursday.
Right, tomorrow.
Yes, that is tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Oh my goodness!
you're performing where?
At the the Saucy Hoedown at the Soul Belly Barbecue.
Soul Belly Barbecue.
Which it'll be a little. It's a brand new show. I recently found out about that.
Good.
And tonight, actually, there is a burlesque fundraiser for our burlesque legends. I know you know Georgette Dante.
Oh, Georgette Dante
She'll
is
be
director of my other show, Ninon Speaks. She brings me a lot of talent.
She'll
She's
be
fabulous.
performing tonight, as well as Tiffany Carter and
yes.
Gabriella Mays. They're doing a fundraiser over at the Arts Factory, and through Burlesque Cares, which is an organization that helps some of our burlesque legends. That as time progresses, some of them, many are no longer performing.
No,
and,
well, because they've reached an age where they really don't want to perform anymore.
Right.
But at the same time, they've still got that sort of lovely spirit with
Absolutely.
them. They still
Some
keep
still
up.
do perform.
And they still perform. I know.
It's crazy. It's honest. It's a good segue.
Well, Georgette Dante is
she's fantastic.
She's been around for years.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy. It was kind of segueing a little earlier than what I had planned, because I'd taken a break. I just finished filming and directing my second film.
Yes. Now, you must forget, Ronnie is also a film producer, so this is another side. He's got several sides, but this is another side. How is that going?
Well, we just did completion of Death Club.
Death Club.
I filmed out here at the Embassy nightclub and really coming along. I actually received my second assembly cut today from my editor, so
you must be excited.
We're very excited. We'll have our screening first here in Las Vegas, and then in Los Angeles and New York as well.
So it's finished completely?
Almost. Next is our composer. He sets some music.
And who's your composer?
His name is Ricardo Gerhardt, who also did my last film, and has worked on various films out here.
Okay.
Unwritten. It's directed by Dale Nevin and a few. But yeah, I'm excited because Death Club will be released right before my 50th birthday, so I'm really excited about that. And Ring of Design, or the one we...
Oh yeah, Ring of the...
That was actually released this last month for international and domestic distribution, so it now can be found on Amazon and Xfinity and all of your streaming platforms.
Oh, how wonderful.
Been very lucky.
I don't think he's been lucky. I just think he's worked very hard. Believe me, it takes work. You have to be out there, and also you have to take that chance, and you have to take... It's I don't want to say it's a risk, but it kind of is a risk, because your name's on the line, your money's on the line, so people that are coming in with all this money and everything to help you, and then it fails or it doesn't follow through, and you've got that obligation.
Well, I think that's what helps me too, is that, being a business owner in Texas, I know the value of a dollar. So, and my producers like me, because each time I've come in, quite under budget, so that really helps.
Well, they love that.
They
that.
love that, so
Yes.
I'm always looking out for that,
Well,
but without compromising quality.
Yeah, but I was going to say, but that means that you know who your actors are, you know all your directors and your film people,
and I go
and all
in
those people.
ridiculously pre-prepared before
Yes.
before we even film. Again, since I don't live in the area, I'm based in Texas, and I keep an apartment out here.
Yes.
So my time has to be very organized
Definitely.
before
So
I get
you have
here.
to be organized
Yes.
to make sure you've got everything organized and everything.
So,
Do you have somebody here, like a manager, that can take care of sort of things for you?
we build a team. We build a team.
Oh, good.
You know some of my team.
What do you know
My
of
first
them?
AD was in the last two films with Ben Stover, who
Yeah,
you're
Ben
aware of.
Stover. Hi, Ben Stover. How are you? Mwah.
And actually, we are both heading to Los Angeles this Sunday, and we're both on production for another film being filmed out there with Sadie Katz. And Ben is the first AD on that one. I'm the production manager.
Wonderful.
So just I think what it is
Being a
just-
production manager, that's a great big responsibility. Something. Well, I guess we all take on responsibilities.
Yes.
We have to bear that. But
I think just because I again, it's that
You're organized.
I'm organized, and so that
Yes.
really helps.
And
And again, it's also the more we work and we start working with different people, you start to you want to level up. I think all of us as artists always want to go to that next level,
we want that next
and we
level,
want to
yes.
push ourselves, and we want to work with
Well, we want to,
with stronger
we want
people.
to,
More
We want to succeed.
absolutely.
And we also, you're probably a little bit of a perfectionist.
I
It
am.
sounds like you're a bit of, and I'm sort of a little bit that way
Me
too.
too.
I give a little bit because I understand other people's positions and who they are and what
I
they
do
are.
too. I
But
get that everybody comes from a different background or training or situation, and
You have to recognize that in this business.
yes, very often, yes, we do want to put expectations out there, but we always can't be disappointed if they can't be our own expectations.
No,
of
they
our
can't be
own-
us
yes,
out there.
yes,
we
and
can't be
that's
fulfilling unless.
and
And,
so-
if we are like that, we
and-
will be fulfilling
well,
all
it's
those
also
jobs.
for us to also guide those people and
Teach
guide
them,
people
train them.
because we all work with people who have guided us into that next
Yes.
level again many times.
passing it along.
We owe that to the people that did that for
Yeah,
us. And-
absolutely.
but with Patel Films, because you are
Yeah,
producers,
Patel, yes.
Neelish Patel and Chaitali, who right now are vacationing in India. But I'm sure they're going to watch this too.
I hope
but
so. I hope you're watching now.
we're going
By
to
the
it.
way, we have a big take us live with Ninon in India. We have a, I don't know, 40 or 50, I don't know. We've got a big response out there. She's saying was the number 2 people that watch our show
Are from India. Well,
from
that's
India. So the Patel
fantastic.
family and my friends Patel. They're lovely. I love
Yes.
them. And his wife.
Oh, Chaitali,
She's-
fantastic
she
lady.
is so, she's so sweet and so nice and gentle.
Unless you make her mad.
Well, I haven't done that yet, so I haven't seen.
Me
I
either.
haven't seen that.
No, but no, in a great way. She's
So have there something lined up for you after this now?
We
Because-
actually do.
We do.
well in the film community with the Patels. The next film we're going to produce is going to be probably this spring, which we'll bring in Rolf Koneski to direct, called Images of Fear.
Yes.
But also the Patels knowing that myself and Ben Stover and my second AD in Death Club, that we were all live performers, all of us being performers from the Strip and whatnot,
Yes,
from
yeah.
Las Vegas Strip.
Over the years.
And I was a choreographer, director. Ben Stover was a lead in Evil Dead. Jonas Wolverton was performed in Zumanity.
I don't know the Zumanity.
Yes.
Zumanity, I never heard of that.
That one was one of the Cirque du Soleil shows that did close after the pandemic.
Oh, that's right.
It was at New York.
Right, yes.
But
yes.
with that experience, and the Patels wanted to go into live performance, I guess I'll announce this now.
Go ahead, you announce that. This is your platform.
We
This is
are
your show, not mine.
Putting together a new show on the Las Vegas Strip. The Patel Films will also be delving into live entertainment as well, which will be a mix of burlesque sideshow and a little Bollywood.
Oh, Bollywood.
But,
Bollywood is India, by the
Yes.
way. So you all understand that.
Also, it'll highlight a lot of the performers that we utilize in our films in Death Club and A Ring of Desire. But also, coming from the burlesque community, it's going to be set, the concept is going to be almost like a speakeasy 2022, which we incorporate classic burlesque and all the old classic styles, and
The
a
old
lot
classic
of our
styles are
performers that do
amazing.
that into what
Was that
is
April
considered-
March
Yes,
is one of them. There's
absolutely.
so many of them, yeah.
I'm going to see April March soon, actually. But
April March in June.
yes, but also going neo and bringing in some of those sideshow and how it's progressed from one to the other. Where it's also accessible for those that like that as well, but also accessible for those that go and see burlesque performances and sideshow in your smaller venues and some of your local venues. So we want it accessible to that entire public and tell a story.
Everybody. Yeah, you want to tell the story.
Absolutely.
It's kind of a story of a burlesque.
Absolutely.
That's what it
Absolutely.
is.
And
So it's coming back.
yes, one of the big things we wanted to do is we wanted to make sure that we do incorporate a burlesque legend in every one of our shows, which that would include Georgette, Tiffany Carter,
Tiffany, yes,
and
so
many
of
who've
them.
all been so kind. Gabriella Mays, who's actually in town this week,
Yeah.
and just because I've noticed working with the community in the past 5 or 6 years that there's not. Everybody loves and glorifies the legends, but nobody's booking them.
No. They all want the new sort of,
They want the-
19-year-olds,
look like-
21-year-olds.
And that's the thing is with our
It's good too.
yes,
but-
absolutely. With our shows, it being classic burlesque, and that there are all body types, and there's all ages.
Because in
And,
those days, actually, when their body type in those days was nothing like the body type they need in these days.
Exactly.
They're too complete. Now they want the 20-inch waist and 36 hips and the 40 bust.
And that's where we want it to be accessible to everybody. That
In those days, it wasn't like that.
absolutely yes, it'll be glitzy and glamorous,
Oh,
and
I love
one
it.
that all of us can feel
Yes.
glamorous, and no
Enjoy
matter
it.
what age we are, no matter what body type we are, that
Doesn't
is what we
matter.
embrace with the burlesque
Doesn't matter
community.
anymore. But also the burlesque in those days, the risque in those days,
Oh, absolutely.
is certainly not risque today.
Oh no, no,
It's
no.
just a little. We have advanced. We
But
have
we-
advanced.
But we do that whole kind of tease thing, even like I said with Ring of Desire, which
Yeah.
originally when I got that script, I was mortified. It was a little way too gratuitous for my taste, and I'm a burlesque performer. But when I
Well, that's
worked
too
when I
much.
worked with the editors and the writers, I actually did work with the writers, and that the entire film that we actually know almost no nudity. There was we do get a female's backside in the entire film, where originally it was written with lots of nudity in there, but coming from the burlesque world,
yes.
that the more of the implication of it, the more of
I think
what
it was
you-
done a little bit more delicately.
Yes.
It was done very sort of. It wasn't
Well,
like sort of a.
that it
It was
could
done
be-
more of a
yeah.
sensual, more of a puppet, showing you a little bit, but not all.
right. And well, I think it's those things that like that being sexy. I don't think
What's
comes
wrong
from
with
any.
being sexy?
Yeah, that it's about being sexy and feeling that way, not because we
What's
have to
wrong
show
with
everything.
What's wrong with being
No.
a woman?
Exactly. It's
And
man
what's
with-
wrong with being a man? Come
Exactly,
on.
and that's what we're embracing, that
I love
aspect
it.
of that, taking it back a little bit, but seeing how, and
But what
moving,
it is
moving
then and
forward.
now, yes.
But without this, we wouldn't have this. And I think reminding people of that. I think nowadays it's very difficult that you're either one or the other. There's never any connecting middle ground, and
And there
that's what I
should be
want
a
to do as an
connection.
artist. Yes, that
Because,
absolutely.
it's like families, mums and dads, we've got the children. Well, those children are going to be the leaders of our world. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know if any of you understand that, but you
Mhm.
might think your child is just a child. A child is not a child. A child can end up with anything. And I think that's the progression of life.
Right.
And it always looks like technology.
Right, exactly.
It's all advancing. I know a lot of us can't keep up with the technology, but we kind of have to.
Right.
I mean, you're
But we do have a venue. I can't announce. I won't
Yes.
announce that
I-
yet.
can
I
you?
have a
Can
few.
you?
I have a few that are making other offers,
Can you?
but
Can you?
not yet. It's going
This
to be
is like
first.
the film business.
first we're gonna
They tell you I'm making a film and it's absolutely fabulous. They can't tell you the
No.
name. They can't tell you who's in it. You know nothing about it, but I'm making a great film.
But we're looking at doing a soft opening towards the end of March, beginning of April, and then a big
So we have to have
grand.
you back on again.
We'll be back, and we'll do
Maria,
a
back
big
on
opening the week of Burlesque Halloween weekend,
Oh wow!
so that we have guest spots for a lot of our international performers that come into town as well,
Okay.
that aren't performing at Beehive because you don't want to coincide, and I never like to.
Back up. Back.
Yes, yeah, we do back each other.
Yeah.
But what I liked about the venue that's offering, and I worked for this company before, and new owners now,
Surprise!
but their smaller venue that we're starting in, they would,
That might be good.
well, that's what I like. They go, if you can fill this up and do this, then we'll move you to the larger venue.
'Cause
I like being tested that way.
Sometimes
It's
if
good
you,
business.
Well, sometimes yes, because sometimes when you go into a big place and you're like, a third full or something,
Absolutely.
Everybody say it was empty.
Well, and
So if you go into a place where you can fill it,
Absolutely.
and it was full, it was
and
bursting.
show them that there is a want for this type of
I
show.
think you're absolutely right. That's like a restaurant. Sometimes restaurants they expand and
Yes.
they fail. keep your uniqueness,
Mhm.
keep who you are.
Absolutely.
And I think that's brilliant.
I know, and that's what really sold me on taking the venue that I think we're going to take because of that. Going, well, I like that. But I think when we're often just told yes all the time, we get complacent about it. I like to be challenged. I don't
Well,
want
have
to
a
be
little
told
challenge.
yes. Yeah.
Oh, challenges.
Yeah.
Well, I have lots of challenges. Let me put it that way. And Maria, my producer, knows all the challenges I have. But that's life.
Absolutely.
If you don't have those challenges, how can you move forward? How can you do anything? You've got to have those challenges because that makes you the next step and the next thing to do and everything. And I'm going to brag. I have another show called Ninon Speaks.
It's fantastic.
And we actually just got on Roku. So we have our own channel on Roku, Ninon Speaks. So that's there. And then, of course, we've got this show, Vegas Live with Ninon, and we're also going to probably be on Roku as well. We're working on it. And I'm actually announcing it to give my producer, Maria Pureza, encouragement. So she'll keep... So I'm pressuring her because I want to get on it. And I got to pressure her to do it. So now it's out there, Maria.
And what's really great, again, is some of the things that, because I was listening to the interviews prior to this, and you know this, even at our film premieres, we do like to pick different charities that we do.
Absolutely.
Everything we do raise goes to those charities, and you know, again, that's one of the things that Ben Stover has really been on top of, and
He's big in charity.
yes,
yeah.
and
very big.
and they're also getting ready
what's
to release
yours?
those films for these Lucky Sevens.
Yes. Oh yeah, the Lucky Sevens. How are they doing?
They're good.
They're getting there.
Those films will be. I can say this. I'm one of the executive producers. I'm one of the silent. Yeah, Jeremy and Ben are the main executive producers of that. But being one of the executive producers as well, that I know those screenings are going to happen around February. Exact for that, and it's really exciting to see the films that made it all the way through the challenge.
It's a big
Again,
challenge.
it was a big challenge.
It's a very short period of time to film it, and there's
creating a
also,
full feature under the budget of $10,000.
Yeah,
That's almost impossible
it's a
to do.
challenging thing to do. How
But
long
I'm
are most
excited.
of them? 16 minutes? 20 minutes?
Oh no, they all have to be a minimum of 70 minutes to be considered a full feature.
What's a full feature?
Absolutely.
For 10,000?
For $10,000, and they did it.
Let me tell you something. You're going to know an awful lot of friends of people that are going to do things for free.
Absolutely, and even that. Well, it also shows people that what you can do on a shoot. That it is possible. Again, I've been very fortunate that I've had producers that brought me in and have funded the projects. It was, again, I think the last time we kind of discussed how I got into film.
Yes.
Being a stage and entertainer, a live performer, and I directed theater, but getting into film was such it basically fell in my lap and going, well, what do we do with this?
Seems like a lot of things are falling in your lap, but they're not really falling in his lap. It's what you've done and how you've done it, and being recognized of all the things you've done and how you've done them. How you've always turned up.
Well,
the
I
greatest
appreciate
thing
that.
in Vegas, and I also say Texas, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Also Texas as well. That is to turn up. You've got to turn up, and you've got to turn up maybe sober.
Oh yes, show up and
Show up and turn
I
up.
think the best way to approach anything is, again, is what kind of asset are you going to be there? What are you doing to make that difference? What are you doing to?
You have to
if
stand
things
out.
aren't working in the way you think they should, what do you do about that?
Change
to
it.
improve that amongst yourself, amongst the others. Be an asset on any project you're working in.
Whatever you're doing,
Yes,
change
and then
it. I was at a restaurant and they were saying they hadn't made any money for 3 or 4 years or something else. I looked at them and I said, I suggest you change your menu.
There you go.
Hello? That doesn't, come on,
Yeah,
change
again,
it. Change it.
And I think it's always, again, is how can you help them? I think when we lose the idea of how can people help me instead of how can I help
them?
you, it does make a difference.
Big
It
difference.
does. Again, I think that's come with a little bit of age.
Well, you become different to everybody else.
Absolutely.
And they're going to call your number, not their number.
Absolutely.
Because they know you're going to come up. Well, we've got to close out on this interview. Absolutely, Ronnie is absolutely amazing. I've always admired him, and he's got the tenacity of so many. And from this burlesque thing coming up is absolutely incredible. How
Exciting
can
this
anybody
weekend.
get in touch and find out more about the burlesque?
Really, through the burlesque community, go on to here in Las Vegas. Go through the We Love Las Vegas Burlesque. Go to Burley Cares on Facebook or on Instagram, as well as to see how you could also help some of our older burlesque performers that are in need. And volunteer at Burlesque Hall of Fame weekend. I do that yearly, where I am the airport pickup for our legends that come into town, and even at the museum
picked
itself.
up by Ronnie.
And they're all such great. They tell great stories. Tiffany Carter and I rode together to Utah this last August for the Golden Legends
That must
Championship.
have been an
Some of the
experience.
stories
Oh,
were
no.
fantastic, and again, they're priceless. They're priceless. And when we respect where we come from as artists, I guess it makes a difference. The arts are going to be here long after we are here. We're
Music
so lucky.
and the arts, entertainment, it's all going to stay.
Yeah, we're lucky to be vessels to get to do it.
Aren't we lucky?
We are.
Aren't we fortunate?
I think
How
so.
can anybody get exactly in touch with you?
Contact me on
Personally.
Facebook,
Ronnie?
Ronnie Lloyd Nanos on Facebook, and on Instagram, and I actually do respond. So
Some people don't, but he actually does.
I do.
Thank you, Ronnie, for coming on my show. It's
Thank you.
amazing.
It's always great
and
to be
I
here.
just love this. But thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. And obviously, we're streaming all over the place. I don't know what's going on. Whatever it is, it's pretty good because all our numbers are going up and everything's going great because of Maria. Give her a shout out. Absolutely, yeah.
Yay, India!
Yeah, India. Hello, India. Absolutely amazing. Don't forget to go to YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, any of you who would like to come on the show, they can come on anytime. Just get in touch with Vegas Live with Ninon. We've got lots of phone numbers and things out there. I don't have to get them all. We'll be right back with our next guest. You take care.